Alright, Avast, ladies and lasses, welcome to today's stream. Yeah, I mean, we're playing Honkai Star Rail. We haven't played it in over a week because Y's a P. I do have an ulcer on my tongue, so it does hurt to talk a little, but we'll thug it out, probably. But yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, let me wait. I did boot this up in Administrator, right? Oh, uh-oh. Well, let's see before we have to end stream. There we go, okay. Oh, wait, hang on. There we go. Let me take out my earphone. Alright, the goal is to at least get to 3 hours like we did yesterday. Star Rails is way more lengthy. But, the bad part about it is that, we're just looking at static images, and you're just gonna hear me yap for about 2 hours of the stream. I guess we'll do the story recap.
Following the advice of the Chrysos heirs, I embarked on the trial of time, only to learn that I had been dead since the moment I stepped onto Amphorius. To reclaim the future that had been stolen from me, we pushed onward in pursuit of the Death Titan, Thanatos. Meanwhile, Anaxa, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, broke free from the surveillance of the Golden Threads and actively sought refuge from the Council of Elders. After winning the Council's trust, he ascended Dawncloud with Circes, the Reason Titan, who resided within him, and sought an audience with Kefali, the World-Bearing Titan. To obtain information about the entrance to the Netherrealm, Castris had no choice but to support the Council of Elders in proposing a pause in the Flame Chase journey. With the aid of the demigod Cypher, she set out for the ancient city of the dead dragon, Styxia. Castris successfully recreated the dead dragon Pollux via alchemy and used its power to return to the Netherrealm, where she faced Thanatos, the Death Titan. She returned both the Titan's core flame and the stolen future, restoring the cycle of life and death in Amphorius. Anaxa's soul met Castris in the Netherrealm, where he proved his hypothesis regarding creation. At the Citizens' Assembly, he cast a pivotal vote and used the charge of blasphemy to thwart the Council of Elders' schemes for power, allowing the Flame Chase journey to continue. After returning Circe's core flame, Anaxa's physical body completely disappeared. With this, the Flame Chase journey neared its conclusion, and all eyes turned skyward.
Go now. Alright, let's get this over with.
The hustle and bustle of the world, still so charming.
What's his ratio?
Harnessing and tempering the instincts of life. You know more of such things than myself.
Collect my thoughts. Oh, goddamn. Thanatos' Circe's core flames have been returned. Sometime after that, the 12 constellations hovered above overlooking the vortex of Genesis. They embody the 12 Euphorium deities, fate, foundation, creations, and calamity of this world. Now 10 among them have fallen. The core flames return to the origin of Genesis. Above you, constellations shimmer, the brilliance echoing the faint slumber of each titan. And you have experienced 4 ascensions and 4 partings. Strife. Lance Spear once became the Mad King, plunging the water in ceaseless strife until your valor brought it to an end. And its demigod successor, the undying Mightymost, chose to bear the title of Kremnos alone, returning home to be crowned as the last line of defense for the Holy City. Mighty, may your battles know no defeat. Back then, the incarnation of time entrusted men to you at the Temple of Three Fates. Back then, hang on. Back then, the lively girl with red hair fulfilled her mission and bid the first farewell. Time speaks not of fairness, yet it never stops, and now this power resides in your hands. See you tomorrow, Tria. Oh my god. Not long ago, the head of the Grove of Sages hoped to repel the menace that is the Black Tide. And still not long past, the unruly scholar staged one grand performance, granting you a glimpse of this world's truth at the cost of his life. Oh, the incarnation of reason, at the edge of existence. Have you found your reason? The prophecy once made the hand of shadow choose two, granting one the fate of death, yet their bond wove a hauntingly beautiful tale that stretched across time. At the end, the incarnation of death who journeyed from the nether realm to the living world chose to remain in that sea of flowers, retrieving your fortune. At the end of the west wind, we shall meet again, Castorus. What a long journey it's been. Time and again, farewells haven't numbed you. You can't help but wonder how many more goodbyes will the journey of trailblazing entail. You question whether you'll be able to express each goodbye with heartfelt emotion. Your thoughts sink into the ocean. You recall how Amphorians cherish epics, using story to soothe their sorrows. Perhaps you should embrace this way to dispel your melancholy and regain your strength. Then let it begin. Countless words of adventure start through your mind. You only need to grasp just one to anchor your creation. Oh, my phone's ringing. Don't be influenced by a noise outside. Just focus on the keyword in your mind. It is indeed difficult, but you should still cling tightly to your inspiration, weaving heartfelt and elegant verses. Alright, this is an impossible task. Just one glance to your phone and it won't disrupt your thoughts, or so you tell yourself. Cipher. I didn't pull you. Very mystery. Last time was 6 years, 0 time for treasure hunting. Absolute disaster. Now, the River of Souls mostly retreated. I'm back, baby. In the water, big shiny chest. I can't use the miracle orb. I can't wait through. Your power of time is needed now. 70-30 split. 30 for you and 70 for me. Exactly, 30 for you and 70 for me. Detail schmeetails. Get over here and we'll talk. You must admit, even though it's arduous and struggling low point, there's still those who live joyfully. Cypher's endless searching desire for wealth seems more turbulent than the waters of Scale's Gorge waterscape. Forget the past now, it only brings sorrow, but sadness has no place in this moment. What you need is the drive to move forward. You decide to head to 60, where the River Souls is no longer blocked to meet up with Cat Girl. Hopefully, those glittering, blinking trinkets will, as always, lift your spirits. There better be a chase of stellar jades, they're just saying. Am I really didn't need WD-40 for this hour?
Oh, Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful. And the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side.
I'm sure she's fine.
If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it?
I miss Cass too.
No, this shouldn't be so depressing. Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together. By the way, it was Miss Cipher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone?
I don't know.
Huh?
What's that sound?
I don't know. But this aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very careful.
Let me stand up. You're gonna hear noise.
I have a bad feeling about this.
speed, baby.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up?
Careful, might have a disease.
Careful! Careful! It's a piece of black cloth.
Oh.
Now, where have I seen this before?
Did someone rip off a piece of my clothes?
What? No, your clothes are perfectly fine.
Everybody's tearing to get a piece of me. I know.
The Flame Reaver's cloak? Why is it here?
I don't know. Why is it here?
Mimi!
What?
Look out!
Uh-oh. Already did. We just started. Is it finally time for me to bow out?
Don't give up just like that! Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with Time's power as soon as we can.
That looks weird.
The river of souls
Oh, he's speaking. Hold up. Let him cook. Hold up.
is full of fish, big and delicious.
Never mind. I take it back. You gotta go down.
What?
What?
The flame chase journey stops. Meow, meow.
Did you just meow?
Meow?
The Flame Reaper's gone mad. The end.
We already knew about the mad part, but are we still in danger?
It's Cypher, ain't it? It's gotta be Cypher, bro. Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare.
This Cypher must be fake too. Run.
Ah, don't run! I'm the real Cypher. The real one. Come on, don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
I'm so strong that I don't need your reminder. Thank you.
Really? But just a minute ago, that gray hair of yours was all standing up.
Likely case. Show me the
You were
evidence.
so scared.
Like, show me the evidence.
So, was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
Oh, well, I was about to die.
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think when that happened?
I thought I was about to get murked.
Well, we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie.
I see.
Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
That is true.
Power to make
forgot what the name of that
lies into
effect was.
reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
And you're just telling us everything like that. I mean,
You think I might be lying?
I do like her VA a lot, but
No need.
she's a
seamstress
nihility
trusts you
gal,
for a
and I
reason.
don't have anybody that's
Someone as
nihility.
honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you.
I would have if I had a nihility gal like
Besides,
Akron, but
we still need to
I don't.
team up to
Or
go
a
treasure
guy.
hunting, right?
Well, I do have a guy.
Let's
He's
wrap up
just,
here.
you know,
It's
some advice
time
to use
get
well.
going.
No offense to all the Welt fans out there. He's a great unit,
Was
I'm
that your
sure,
telescope?
but he's not built. Oh, Snowy, hold up. I haven't seen this man since ages. Artemis, did you whisper I came during lucid hour? What the hell is a... Whatever, we're getting off topic. I came during... Wait, you can't... Sorry. I came during lucid hour and you seemed asleep, so I didn't wake you up. But in the current circumstances, I can't stay idle. I feel it's time to continue our training. Let's go to the grove, shall we?
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove.
Why do you need so much money anyway?
Curiosity killed the cat, you know. Do you think I'll spend it all? That's so not why I hunt for treasures. Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change. And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right? Isn't that simple? So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me.
Let me get something to fidget
That was
with.
a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Grey Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
Okay. A few days later at the crash site in the Abyss of Fate.
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Donham.
I suppose the contact like yourself would be willing to journey so far to inspect the
Diamonds
Express.
hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo. It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akama. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since.
I've been actively gathering clues, testing different things. Sadly, the more I find out, the more powerless I feel.
Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Amphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight. Even someone as gifted as yourself.
In the Grove, I discovered extensive research on the Sky Titan, and it appears that many scholars from Amphorius believe the taboo against the world beyond the sky stems from a curse cast by Aquila.
Exactly. Of the 12 Titans of Amphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious.
I still never know what that means. I don't. What does that even mean, dude? What does capricious even mean? Alright.
The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm.
Additionally, Aquila is one of the two Titans whose core flames have yet to be returned. Who's the other one? I already forgot.
Affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy.
Returning Aquila's core flame to break the sky's curse, we won't have to exhaust ourselves searching for our way back. We can simply focus on aiding the Chrysos heirs.
Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems.
Really? But...
Of course, that's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
By all means, please proceed, but be careful. The express's thrusters are extremely delicate.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful.
Lygus carefully scans the damaged propulsion system, then methodically began inspecting its components. This is unbelievable. You seem to understand the structure perfectly. Have you repaired something like this before?
Not exactly, but we Antikytherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning.
What do you think would happen if I stick my dick in that?
If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner.
But is it the real issue with Aquila?
Hypothetically, Lord Donhong, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey?
What do you mean by that? I don't understand. Does the Count of Elders possess some secret means of counteracting divine punishment?
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
Maybe this is not a decision by the Council of Elders, but rather his personal wish.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
Forgive me, Lord Lygus, but I must be frank. When visiting Dawncloud, I reviewed the records of many council elders. Among them, only your background was nearly blank. I'd like to accept your goodwill, but given such a mysterious background and motives, anyone cautious would have doubts.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
Uh-oh. Who are these guys? Are these people... Is this a trap? Is that why you accompanied me here?
Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donhong. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans.
I like their masks. Pretty fire, honestly.
Abstract them. I am neutral.
Loser.
Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
One against four, then. Just to confirm, if things turn ugly later, will you help?
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral.
You're so lame, bro.
Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
I'll allow I'll allow it. What? You weren't wrong about one thing, Lord Lygus, indeed. We must try to return to our companions. But our companions now also include the flame-chasing Chrysos heirs. The Nameless cannot and will not ignore the fate of our companions. What? I ain't no bitch, Chef. I ain't no fucking bitch. I don't give a fuck. I ain't no bitch. The fucking violin screech. Hey, let me see if I can pull it up. Give me a second. Here it is. What? We'll keep that in the back, just in case.
So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
Mm-hmm. When I asked you to help, I meant the ones who need help are them. Oh. Alright. Okay, alright. Let's go step aside, motherfucker. Fuck this shit. Throws jacket. Nope, you want a fucking jacket? Here you go. Meanwhile, in the Grove of Epiphany. Oh, cutscene. Oh. Oh, hold up.
You have such overwhelming power, so why?
Well, I guess I'll eat this bag of Vietnamese snacks I got from my grandmother.
Why do you stand in her way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
I got this like a couple of months ago. I sure hope these are good, so. If they're not, well then I guess I'll die on stream, I guess.
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore!
Easy peasy, come on.
Drag him back here, friend!
It's like little cracker cookies with the strawberry filling inside.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that would have knocked me out.
If I had passed out, that would have been it.
Well, that's why I made sure you were well fed and rested on the road. Thanks for the help. To face Aquila and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
Why not get Cartoonist to help?
Don't worry. I've already arranged that. Of course I need him.
Thank God.
I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh, Cartoonist is part of this Flame Chase journey after all. Full of energy.
Indeed.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Finon, I've been somewhat concerned about you. Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that Swordmaster in black.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Don't worry. I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. She's been through Nikador's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak. Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again.
Hey, man of
and
God, brother.
neglect my duties.
We'll be here by your side.
You're right, partner. As of now, I'm not able to handle that Swordmaster on my own. I still need the help of my friends.
I think you need some support.
Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the
I
person
think you need
who
at
keeps
least
bringing the mood
Sunday
down.
and ramen. And a
I'm
really
out of
bomb-ass
energy
healer.
for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Philia. Oh,
Sure,
Philia.
that's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work.
It's only been half an hour. I am.
Today,
Something has changed
I'm
though. I
definitely
actually am
going
enjoying
to-
the story for once. Maybe I won't fall asleep during the story now. Maybe, just maybe. Why not take the interesting ones home?
Oh, great idea! However, that would mean no more reasons to visit the Grove.
Oh,
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here.
really?
The three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the library of Philia.
Anything I wanna. Langshaw, Rule 34. Sturdy stellar shades. Oh yeah, isn't this why we sent the Flame Reaper back in time? Because it was a bitch. Die! I'm just gonna teleport, I'm too lazy. Maybe we'll get back to some of our friends.
Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or maybe over here?
Alright. Over the past few months, you've come here more than once, fishing out that small piece of essence from the ocean of knowledge that best suits your taste. You're quite relieved that Don Hung isn't around. No one will be there to judge your reading taste. The scroll at hand shows a small line of text, non-standard reading material. Please return to its original place after borrowing. Do not let any Grove professor discover it. 10 exclamation marks. It seems the scholars of the Grove have missed profound academic discussions, haven't forgotten their little hobbies. So which reading material do you peruse? That's awesome. Let's read these. Forbidden Love, The Tree and the Butterfly. My professor can't possibly be this shy. And One Punch God, Aquila. That's fucking amazing books to read. We'll read One Punch God, Aquila. I'll actually read this. I haven't watched One Punch Man, so let's see. Uh-huh. Oh my god. You know what? I'll read it. Brushing off the dust that had settled on him, he adjusted his attire and stood firm, facing the giant eagle in a tense standoff. So you think you're something special just because you defeated the silent Georios? Georios? Mortal, heed my advice. The God King remained silent, gazing into Aquila's 1,000 eyes. Slowly, he raised his right arm. 4 fingers pressed together, and with a simple motion, he lightly waved at the colossal being before him. Arrogant fool! You will pay the price for your insolence. Aquila's fury erupted, their towering form radiating intense heat, and in an instant, their massive wings vibrated at an imperceptible speed. 1,000 razor-sharp feathers shot forth like swords, hurtling straight toward the God King. As everyone knows, the feathers of the Sky Titan can pierce through iron and steel, let alone mortal flesh. I feel hair in my eye. Their sheer destiny left no room to evade. The violent storm of lethal blades closed in, and the time itself seemed to freeze. Aquila enhanced their reflexes, predicting the movements of this arrogant little thief before him. Noticing the God King shifting his stance, Aquila mused. He had only 2 choices. He could push off the ground to evade left or right, or stand firm and brace for impact. By either way, it would be futile. The feathered blades would shift with the wind, altering their trajectory. No matter how swift his movements, they would follow him relentlessly. But who could have predicted the God King never intended to dodge? He pushed forward instead, seizing the first incoming feather blade between 2 fingers. With a swift turn, he carved a spiral through the air and hurled it back at supersonic speed. This really is a One Punch Man reference. I've never watched it, but I know it's good. The feather blade curves with the wind, piercing deep into the storm. Without the slightest deviation, it collided tip to tip with another razor-sharp steel feather. Ding! The deflected feather veered to the sides upon impact, colliding with others and further altering their trajectories. Ding! Exclamation point times 3. And let me get a drink. Here. Tasty. Okay. Gotta wet my whistle. The sharp clashing of feathers rang out in an irregular rhythm, a chain reaction unfolding until the force of the final feather was dissipated, scattering harmlessly into the air. And with just a single seized feather, the God King had nullified the entire storm of blade-like wings. Aquila was shocked. How could a mere mortal possess such divine skill? Yet, as a being of godly essence, they did not allow themselves to be shaken. Seizing the moment as the scattered feathers clouded their vision, they swiftly brought down their claws, sharp as steel greatswords, aiming to end the battle on a single decisive strike. Boom! The massive claw struck dead center where the God King stood, the sheer force of impact carving a deep crater into the ground. No. Something felt off. Aquila's mind raced. The sensation was strange. Had it missed, or... They focused their gaze, only to witness the impossible. Their enormous razor-sharp claw, many times larger than God King himself, was caught held effortlessly in a single hand, as if the God King were merely grasping a piece of cutlery. The countless white feathers drifting through the air painted an eerie contrast against the battlefield's deadly stillness. The once mighty and untouchable giant eagle found itself frozen in shock, and for the first time in 1,000 years, muttering in disbelief, they said, "Impossible! Not even Georios, when fighting me, could do nothing but evade beneath my iron claws, yet you, what in the world are you?" Haven't you already figured out the answer? A mere mortal, nothing more. You cocky little... Aquila attempted to retract her claw, but under the God King's grip, it was as if frozen in place. Completely immobile, their expression darkened. Seeing this, the God King seemed to smile. He clenched the fingers of his free hand, and then, at the speed even Titan's vision could not perceive, with full force he swung his fist. Boom! In an instant, the divine body shattered. A tidal wave of force shook the heavens, sending tremors through the divine steel-forged walls, cracking them in on multiple places. The sacred temple teetered on the brink of collapse. From this moment on, the celestial realm would exist no more. The people of the forest would no longer endure the tyranny of the heavens, and all this was made possible by the God King's mighty blows. No, by a single punch. The distant Titan god, since the fall of their comrade, erupted in a furious howl. Was there no one who could stop him? How could his advance ever be shaken? Just as... Oh, wait, hang on. What they did not realize was that even one as mighty as the God King was still bound by the desires of mortals. Just as before the battle began, he once again adjusted his attire. And congratulations, you have reached your end, Aquila. You are strong. Strong enough to be worthy of the name Sky Titan. He ignored the crumbling stone walls behind him and strode toward the temple's exit. His steps were steady, yet the disappointment on his face was unmistakable. But your only flaw was failing to make this satisfying for me. Next episode, battling Nikador. Next issue on hiatus. That's awesome. Hang on. Before we read this, I'll be back. Okay, let us continue. Let's let's read. My professor can't possibly be this shy. Oh my god. I think this is. I don't know why I'm so nervous to read this. I literally read 2 Iron Fist fan fictions for my friends because this was whenever we were really addicted to Marvel Rivals, and I read them. I offered to read them. They didn't like say like, Ben, you gotta read these. I literally offered. I was like, let me read it. Let me read it. Oh man. All right, here we go. Sorry I'm late. I used the power of a cognos bloom to climb over the vines, rush into the classroom and nervously pulling open the door to only make eye contact with the person I had an appointment with. The professor, barely over 30, was leaning casually against the stone lectern, loose and relaxed. The scholar's robe gleams bright in the dim light of the evernight, giving off almost a divine aura. First class and already late. Looks like someone is eager to meet Thanatos. In other words, this was our first one-on-one lesson. I totally blew from the start. Probably even Cersei would have felt embarrassed looking at such a sorry scene. Luckily, I've already come up with a plan. Sorry, Professor. I'll do anything to make it up to you. Anything? Well, please. I hope you'll be lenient. This. What am I reading? God. At these words, the professor's face broke into a charming smile. Then I want you to teach me. Wait, Professor, I want you to break down the points in this paper word by word and explain them to me slowly. Although there was no mirror here, I could guess that my face had turned red from the sun in direct request. But Professor, I'm just a student intern. Isn't it a bit too early for me to do something like this? I finally worked up the courage to say it. Do you want me to waste the lesson I prepared? You fool! At least wait until after class. If that's what you prefer, then fine. But don't forget, I still haven't forgiven you. So, what should we study first today? I don't we peruse this academic journal. I think they recently published a paper on the patterns of natural numbers. Sounds good. Let's have a look. The research paper was immensely valuable, but I couldn't even grasp the basic arguments, as I was too deeply engrossed in the professor's sharp gaze. He looked so rational when he was immersed in numbers. Nothing less than I'd expect from the professor I cherish so much. After that, we experienced an enriching lesson. We wandered through the classical literature exhibition, eagerly absorbing the newly compiled Titan faith studies. Finally, we lingered in the dreams woven by the latest source of the it's our name here at school. So much so that we completely forgot. The bell signaling the current fall hour rang, and we looked at each other. Class was over more than once. I had resented time for it seeming like a linear flow. Yet I remained powerless to interfere with it. The professor looked at me and paused for a moment as if make some kind of decision, then muttered, "I got your paper. I hope you revise it." Really? You mean it? Yes, you are a student I take great pride in. I've been considering this for some time. Professor, let me understand. Your thoughts, your research, your everything. Sorry, I read that in Melena's voice. No further words are needed. Two seekers of knowledge, driven by instinct, began their deep exploration of ideas. At that moment, we had yet to realize that after this lesson, another name would appear in the acknowledgments of the paper. And in the end, this would be the very spark that led to our founding of our academic symposium. After finishing this mind shaking piece, only one image remains in your mind. The Express. Welt. For young stellar one host, this type of literature remains far too ahead of its time. Let's stop here.
I wonder what Finan and Mem are reading.
Yes, finally, our girl has a goddamn VA. Finally.
Let's take a closer look.
Oh, thank God. There's a garment waiver. Alright, what you reading, ma'am?
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on greens, but poor time for fishing.
She's learning actual
Then again,
informational
are there even
stuff.
any spots
Boo!
left to fish in
Boo!
Emporius these days?
Superstitions. Don't buy any of them.
You scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard.
How else am I supposed to do it?
Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
I want to go see what Snowy's reading. And what's this? Hey Snowy, what are you reading?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Well, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend.
I do what I want. Are you reading something you shouldn't be?
In front of you all. That would be pretty careless. Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to Make a Fortune.
Ah. Maybe it's time to find a different side gig.
No way. I've invested almost all my savings into this hobby. I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth.
Of course, it all comes back to money.
That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate. Oops, I talked too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and integrity and skill.
You know what? He is right. You do need integrity and wealth. He's not wrong. My boy is not wrong. What are you reading?
These cards are so detailed and fine.
What are you reading?
Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer. But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them all?
Ruler fits me pretty well, honestly.
What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh?
Dog, you're literally my summon.
But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
So suspicious. Not like their usual self.
Hey, what you reading?
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
Thank you.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this the Emporious Divination Compendium?
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby, so why all the secrecy?
I wanted to set up a surprise. Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
Is that true?
A surprise, huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination, especially with cards. Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
Tarot cards.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trina. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
A little faith in these things isn't bad sometimes.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown.
You've really thought about this, haven't you?
After all, the first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
Oh, wow! It's so exquisite! I'd love to have a card like that.
Does Mitz up to the task?
Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that Orynyx posed to us?
Who's there?
Who's there?
Oh, stole my words, bro.
You are...
Nice cosplay.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood.
What are these guys?
Are they cleaners?
Wait.
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of
Cleaners, like from
Amphorius
Division
quite
1?
thoroughly.
Was been including clothes or cars?
Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finan. It would be the polite thing. We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
Pass away is very funny.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners.
What a boring name.
Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
Well, this historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors.
No, holy.
Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Finan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akama to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood.
Those are cool knives.
People have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
If it's a fight you want, then let's get on with it. Enough chit chat.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves. All right, let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything.
I just know they would reveal what they're hiding.
My shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
Oh my. Farming, aren't we?
How's
Hey.
it going, Cinny? This place fits,
Cinny?
doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. With this, the Twilight Courtyard can be reborn in Akama.
Just so cute.
Do you like it here too, little Ika?
Well, it's fat fuck, bro.
It's so bright
Sorry,
here.
Ika.
Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Treeby makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Right. How does the legend go again?
Even Lady Treeby forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time and we'll remember. Ah, now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end. Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories. But the details from that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Treeby, history is more than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived through. Little Ika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Celiosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing. Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacinth. And Lady Treeby. Good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing all right. What's going on, Crediros?
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglaya here, Akama would remain peaceful.
Even she has her limits.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
Aggie.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the Golden Threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Treeby. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Trouble! Miss Hyacinth! Trouble! Clementine. Take a breath.
Lemon? Clementine?
going on?
Please, something terrible has happened
Wait,
at Marmorial Palace.
Clementine. Oh
What
my
is it,
god.
Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Wait, could Clementine be a reference
Lady Aglaya.
to The Walking Dead? The Telltale Stories thing?
It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble.
Wait, what? Dude, I just got her. Don't tell me she's about to die. Moments ago in Memorial Palace.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices
Ooh,
for
food.
Amphorius
Sorry.
a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Gold Weaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
Oh. So she's the one who brought him back out of the shadows.
Aglaya, Aglaya. You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence.
Damn. Oh my.
Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from dawn cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
What a really roundabout way of saying to kill yourself.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now?
Looks fine to me. I mean, I'd be more focused on you,
These
but
days you're
still.
not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod?
Careful,
We're
she's
not
landing
that
remembrance. Be
foolish.
careful.
The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
No. You wouldn't.
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akima has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Droma's workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
They were there?
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes too?
You wouldn't do that, right?
You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaya you are today?
She is a Braille. Simple.
Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful.
No way. Dude, I just
Grateful
told
that
you,
I've
don't do it.
reached
Please
this
don't do
moment.
it.
To let my departure become a path for others to follow. Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters, will the wandering wind stop to mourn me? Cyphra.
Oh, we're playing a cipher now. A millennium ago at the Memorial Market. A millennium ago?
Seamstress! I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures. I bet there's stuff here you've never seen. Come on. As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tear of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Wait, you've seen one before? I'm sure I thought I'd leave you speechless. What a letdown.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Wow, a daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Mind your manners, kitty. Tell me, Cyphra, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me? Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face. But my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
If we believe in a lie enough, it becomes reality.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Oh, or that too, I guess.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
There was a point on Twitter where I just kept seeing Cypher and Aglaia art, like both of them
Come
together.
on. Can
We just do
It was kind of
business
hot, I'm
without
not gonna
all this
lie.
chatter. Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time.
Is her hair clipping
Fine.
into the thing?
If you don't want it, there are plenty of others who do.
Hold on.
Oh.
Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Gold Weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh. What do you have in mind?
Look. Come a bit closer.
Oh, her heels.
Oh, it's shimmering gold. Absolutely stunning.
These golden boots are the Gold Weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power. Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently.
I guess it ain't much of a legend anymore now, is it?
Put them on, Cyphra. Then don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are way too big for me.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power! You're Amphorius' most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by a Glyad!
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls.
She's saying it with a smile.
Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied?
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is! Let me take a good sniff of this air.
Oh my.
This air, it's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful! Just wonderful. Thanks to Castorus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it. Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll split 80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger.
80-20 it is! How generous you are, Boss Lady Cypher!
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damn cold and miserable here. I hate it.
I hate it.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery. Uneasy around water.
She's a cat, and she's uneasy around cucumbers.
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming. Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick.
What's got you so worked up? Relax, relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cypher was afraid of water?
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Now, hurry up and figure out a way across. Or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it. Let's use that thing. Come on, follow me, boss lady.
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around?
Cypher is a follow-up gal, so...
Boss lady?
Trying to trick me into saying something. Not a chance.
You're a shark. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting.
Was this device designed by priests of Ornyx? Do you think you can handle it?
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just find a cozy dry corner and wait for me. Mission accomplished. Now you don't have to worry about your tail getting wet.
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Huh. This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick? We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing. The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Grey Mystery and that pink squirrel.
She does this just like a cat?
Yes.
Aw, man.
Right here. What are you waiting for? Start digging.
Roger that. Watch me.
Bartolos activated excavation mode, unearthing the treasures buried deep underground.
That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow, wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
Ooh, thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, safer, safer. You truly have the most refined taste of all thieves in Amphorius. Let me try this on. Huh?
known each other. I can't believe you still fall for this.
This is... How could I have forgotten about this? I'll believe it is true, and a lie becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. Alright, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing. Lead the way.
Cipher rules! I've already pinpointed the next scroll of treasure! Starting navigation. Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
I remember, of course.
Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention, sorry. Keep hunting for the next trove.
Isn't that like...
Or what?
Uh-huh. Here we go round the river of souls. Spirit go, spirit.
There's a big guy guarding this place.
Yeah.
Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
Yeah, so ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly, running away is the sensible choice.
So, how about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature. Huh?
Eternal.
Watch this.
It smells of...
She meows. So
All will
adorable.
be swept away by the wind.
Answer me. 0 points.
You can't run! Be up your body and mine!
Mediocre.
Oh, no one's died yet, so this is a win in my book.
It's bleeding. Found me.
Test. Faith. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
I'll take it on. With enough believers, lies become reality. Gotcha.
Answer me.
Such an ugly and useless creature, taken down with just a couple of hits. How boring. Hey, Bartolos, are you still alive? Give us a squeak if you are.
Here! I mean, squeak!
Look at you, all shaken up. Can't handle even this bit of action. It should be safe here now. Get to work.
Aye, boss lady Cipher.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it and see. Huh. Is this?
Okay. That's a lot of reading.
Ooh, this looks tragic.
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akama. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. Huh. It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such devastation. Meanwhile, those in Akama, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair, is it? Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
Huh. Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
Ah, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what, nearly 1,000 years?
Oh, I see. But you in a priest robe? Now that's hard to picture.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot.
Give me a second, chatters. I will be back.
Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed. You can't get rich by waiting.
Okay. Yeah, before we
Not a
continue,
good
I gotta
sign
see
to
how
be
far along we
empty-handed.
are.
You can't get rich by waiting. Not a good sign to be empty-handed.
Alright, so we got over.
You can't get rich by waiting.
We got over 7.
Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan. Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Xandrith?
Why did you say it like that?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy. All right. Do you want to handle it?
Leave it to me, boss. I don't need a controller. After all, you know. Hand of Zagreus, my darling, activate! Looks like a charm.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
That is a good point. How is that trying to trigger him? Oh, I just ignore my question. That's cool.
Hey, slow down. That question you asked me earlier. I think I just remembered something.
What did I ask?
You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest.
I don't even remember.
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
Oh. Is that so? Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. Alright, let's move on to the next treasure trove.
Treasure, let's go!
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
Wow, when it comes to singing, I still sound better than you, boss.
Brother, I'm about to make your cut 90-10.
Go beyond all time and space on the journey of flame chase.
I'm about to cut you're about to cut your stuff down to just 90-10.
This scent feels like something incredible is buried here.
Incredible indeed. If even boss lady said so, how could I not be excited?
Do I need to give instructions here? Get digging.
Uh-huh.
Oh, isn't this a golden scapegoat? Interesting. Looks like whoever buried this treasure wanted to play a little game with us.
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not became human.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here, this honor's all yours.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Just leave it to little old me.
Sorry, I was just checking Discord. Sorry. My apologies. At least they made it easy. Give me my money.
Told you, nothing can stop me.
I did all the work, but alright.
Cypher, it's your turn now.
Stop! Stay there, and don't turn around.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told you, don't move.
What's going on?
My poor old back. What are you doing?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's listening.
What, boss, do you mean?
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her.
Whoa, whoa! Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck. With only the power of this little nymph, naturally I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cyphera.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. Aglaya. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far?
I'm sorry, Cyphera.
As in quotations.
I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up
Hold up, hang on. They just put something on Lies P Reddit. Hang on. Just bought the game on sale, and this boss was a major toughie.
I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went
Romeo.
wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face. Don't talk to me like that. You know I can't take it. A 1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known.
Which is?
Silence. So this time, I must say this to you, even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera.
A high silence is gonna be the next nihility.
The
A
Chrysos
physical
mission
nihility,
needs
much like our boy Luca.
The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here.
I think so.
Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cyphera.
Wait, what? Hang on.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
Oof.
Ah, what a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Not a good time.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. When did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duties forever.
Could it have been back then? When...
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted. Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never share otherwise.
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Creepy. Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
We've been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawncloud. I never told you about that. I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglaya. Isn't that right, Zagreus?
No way.
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
So he's Zagreus.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world. If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Cypher without hesitation.
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you? Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again, Cyphera, your face.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise.
You're bleeding golden blood.
Yes. What about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes. World-renowned swordsmen. Exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper. Thief. Con artist. Maybe I should just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me and...
But wouldn't you die from blood loss?
Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes. Warm you up and... stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed.
It literally looks like just a cut. It looks like a paper cut that I would get on my thumb.
Are you going to ask me how I got these wounds?
It's not that serious. There's no way she would need to stay there that long. Just put a band-aid over it or something, you know?
Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival, at all costs. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again.
For those of you who don't
Stay by
know,
my
or
side,
don't
and you
really...
can
Yeah,
stop
to those
putting
of you who
yourself
just
back
don't know.
together.
What Koi is referencing is a clip of a show with Gordon Ramsay on it. I think it was Master Chef. And the woman like brought her dish up to Gordon, and she was like, "I made a macaroni and cheese dish with a twist." And Gordon was like, "What's the twist?" And then she said breast milk. And then it just cuts him spitting it out, and he's like, and the video just cuts out. It's so fucking funny. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go watch it.
Aren't you
Not gonna-
worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them?
I wouldn't have invited
I don't
you
want
if I
hot
were worried
pockets.
about those things.
Probably eat some. I didn't eat dinner or stream, so might go
You're
eat it.
weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life. I've tried not to become a liar, but honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up. What makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod, but with the heart that beats in my chest. You love this place. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to trust.
Star Rail actually did it.
and
They
rely
made a
on
story
my
that
heart.
actually hasn't made me fall asleep yet.
Cyphera,
They did it. Very proud of
an
them.
honest thing I've given
Very
to this
proud.
world. And also
Most of the
a
time I would struggle with
challenge the
this
world has
for some
given
reason because
to
it would just
me.
bore me. You know, it's just lots of static images and mouths moving, you know?
Stay here with me. You have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and grime.
You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow. All right. Let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes, there's no turning back.
Oh, back to Trailblazer. Oh, these folks in black are not responding to provocations, nor do they seem intent on fighting. What exactly are they waiting for?
Pressure. Fear. Planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy they've chosen.
An organization that seizes their mission to eradicate the Crisis Heirs. I've read some chilling accounts, stories of the cleaners using alchemical arson to plant fragments of memories into their successors, ensuring both identity and hatred live on. Very crazy work.
From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness. Objectively, the rise of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet, their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history.
But still, they endure. An organization persisting through time, now working tirelessly to obstruct the flame chase. Are they truly so terrified of the Era Nova the Chrysos heirs strive for?
Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos. To ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal may be no easier than creating a miracle.
I wonder where Artemis is now. If they're targeting me, she definitely won't escape their notice either. I hope all is well. Is that Lord Krotaros?
There you are, Lord Donghong. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate. You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here. You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive. Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart. Because Aglaya is dead, and in the eyes of the Holy City citizens,
no way.
Her blood is on your hands.
Dude, I just pulled her. There's no shot. She's already dead.
Looks like she was wrong about you.
Yeah, GG, easy, no death. Now get the fuck out of here.
Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of this?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is. They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days. But I must warn you, I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive. If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Damn. Bro, you sound so cool.
Finon is seriously upset.
And my compliment went unnoticed.
Out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
God damn, bro's really
I've said
just...
it more than once, Lord Finon. We're not here to start a fight.
Why is everybody on the ground, like, hardly breathing?
We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else.
What does that even mean?
while you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission to buy time.
To kill
So,
Aggie?
Lord Finan, until next time.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far.
Do you think they have a chance?
Probably a desperate gamble. I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the Flame Chase journey. If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run, no matter where they hide. Why, tell us, Lee.
Well, when asked for due to force majeure, force of God, I remember what that is. The world-wound web operations be temporarily suspended. Please stay calm and remain in your homes. What's going on? Local golden thread enabled for emergency internal communication only. Lady Goldweaver deceased. Please return to the Holy City at once. I know it's hard to believe, but please come back soon. On my way. No way. I refuse to believe she's dead.
Is this...
Is this what we've been hoodwinked?
Blasted! Those guys...
Benchmark door. It must be a lot. Come on.
I've heard from more than one person. It doesn't seem like a joke. Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Finan, what should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akima as fast as possible and assess the situation in the city. If we run into any enemies along the way, I won't be merciful this time.
Oh my.
Cartonis?
Aggie?
Oh, you're forging a sword for Finan, aren't you? I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
You, Aglaya. In this form, you come to me. It means...
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already
Oh,
shattered.
she's still alive,
My
just
journey as a
non-human
human
form.
in this world
Okay.
has come to an end. It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course.
Thou art
The pact I haven't forgotten.
I am
The thing
thou.
I entrusted
Thou art
to
I.
Do you still have it?
Called upon thy
Far
rage,
too
and
plain
release my
this
righteous
vessel
rage.
is.
Ah!
Not worthy of you. Do you still insist?
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you already planned?
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them, one by one. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was, though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you want, Aglaya?
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me. Condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease, Grand Craftsman. Now, please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
The city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight, and all the market stalls have closed down temporarily.
Something about this feels like a scheme.
I hope so. I just can't believe she'd be taken down by a handful of assassins. If this is all part of a larger plan, Treeby must know something. She just couldn't say it in the message. Let's go find her.
Order thread relayed the Savior's fate. Now we got our team back. Maybe I should have pulled Cypher. You know? She is a FUA unit. Follow-up unit. Alright.
Don Hung came back before us. Well, maybe he's heard something.
Hey, what's up, big boy? Ah, you're back, Kyrie. How's everything? No injuries, I hope?
Don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us.
Yeah, because they're mid.
Lord Krateros, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly went down?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine. Just tell me.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaya fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, God.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
Why didn't they go after us?
I also don't understand. This doesn't add up. The ones who appeared in the Grove and those who confronted Don Hung in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They were just watching and trying to intimidate. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglaya. Perhaps.
Speculating blindly will help. Let's go find Lady Tribia. She understands Aggie's mind best.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaya gone, Someone has to take her place and lead Akama.
Well, Snowy. Lead.
Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaya dead. You might want to speak with her.
I see.
Thank you, Lord Crateros. The baths are empty.
No citizen feels like bathing after hearing such terrible news. Where's her body? Surprised they didn't try and stop us and be like, what the fuck are you doing here? It's a crime scene.
Hyacinth.
You're back.
We are. We heard from Crateros. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treeby and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now.
How are the two of them holding on?
Not well. After all, we witnessed Lady Aglaya's last moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessings. Declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Finan, don't push yourself. You're carrying a heavier burden now. Please, don't fall.
It's fine. I can handle it. What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treeby and Trinan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond. Like they're losing a part of their lives. You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you? We'll handle things from here.
Okay. See you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Treeby.
Oh no. Hey guys!
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Oh no.
Lady Treeby.
It sounds like she's about to cry.
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the Grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey, so we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey, yet she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
Sorry.
I know what Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akama needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time
I'll actually read this one.
was right. I think now's the right time.
Golden threads frayed at the fringe of an era, and posterity took up the sentiments formerly hanging on its web. The treasured news heard during your travels, head to the book and write it down. Aggie. So, you really don't have to take the medicine anymore? No need, teacher. Medicine can only steady my flesh, but cannot stop the decay of my soul. Where's that card in my account, teacher? I have a final selfish request. Can you lend me an ear? Aggie, go ahead. We will definitely fulfill it for you. I wish for my death to be quiet and gentle. I hope that my lifeless body will not be exposed to the eyes of the public. Teacher, I have faced too many challenges in my life. In the pursuit of one thing alone, I have remained unchanged for thousands of years. It's beauty, isn't it? Huh. That's right, teacher. Beauty. Aggie, do you think Snowy is... Sorry. That was years ago when I took the core flame with Nestia. Do you think I was ready then, teacher? Sorry. Born into this area, we had no choice but to grow amidst the raging waves, not set sail after everything was prepared. Snowy, he will understand. He will grasp the duty I've left to him. He's mature enough now, no longer blinded by anger or hatred.
Vinan, my
Oh,
humble
I don't have to read it. Pod.
my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the Flame Chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated Kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate.
So we're cheating.
He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways, but my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city.
Give me a second. There we go. Much better.
You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer. But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness deliberately to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows. The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Argama still has you to guide them, Finan. You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn. The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love. Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed. You are the destined world-bearer of Amphorius, the gate to Amphorius's future.
Okay, so we're about an hour and 47 minutes into this.
Go, complete the flame-chased journey.
So that leaves us only with like
ignite the stars and inspire
5 more
hope
hours, roughly
in the
5 and a
hearts
half.
of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
Aglaya, how could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hands? Dalong, can you do me a favor?
Whatever I can help with, just say the word.
Please deliver a message to Lord Krateros. Have him gather the Holy City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the Flame Chase journey to attend this gathering. Tell them Aglaya has left Amphorius the seeds of hope.
Understood.
Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest well and collect your thoughts. I need to prepare.
Snowy, Cartonis has arrived.
Cartonis? What brings you to Marmorial Palace? I plan to get everything settled before coming to see you. Is there something urgent, Cartonis?
How are you holding up, I wanted to see. Better than I expected, you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is still strong.
Right. Your assessment is... Now, here. Take this.
Is this it? You've completed it.
Dawnmaker. The name I've chosen for it. Before dawn, prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword. Befits your stature, it does. Chrysos heir.
Dawnmaker. Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad sword master. Yet you've recreated this so precisely, just from what I described.
Precise, your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames. Its blade will wield it. May triumph always be yours.
Thank you, Cartonis. I will use this sword to protect the beings of Amphorius.
Another thing there is.
What's this?
Stored here, the remnants of Aglaya's divinity are. This was her commission. Her death she had long foreseen.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little. In this way, she wanted to be with you. Always.
That's pretty sweet.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this, I'll have another constant companion by my side.
Indeed.
May this world never have a need for a deliverer. Someone told me long ago. But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she could see me now, leading from the front, rallying people against their destiny, she would surely smile.
Cutscene. Or picture. Oh. I don't know, it says, Snowy speaking at
Will the holy city
Memorial
continue without Lady
Palace.
Goldweaver? Look! Lord Finan is here.
Will he step up to lead Akama?
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the Chrysos heir's flame chase alive. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the Flame Chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide, to strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
I'm just listening to the speech. I'm very interested.
Lady Goldweaver!
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed.
What do you mean?
The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Unease. Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss.
Finon has a way with words.
You have such a way with words. There's something special about a man of letters.
Indeed.
The flame-chased journey is nearing its end. With only one Titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Aquila!
Wait, I thought we had two.
Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself.
Alright, we reached that. Right, we have 30 minutes left until we reach the 3-hour mark.
Even without the divine authority of romance, Akima will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Better people!
Better people, let's go!
Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people!
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded me that Aglaya left me perhaps the simplest duty in the world. To bear the burden of creation, I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the holy city for a millennium. She was Akima's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs, the Goldweaver, Aglaya, and her greatest feat was being a selfless person.
Do I close my eyes too, or I mean, it's kind of rude not to. What a nice. The music's good.
That singing sounds so familiar. That's our song, and Snowy used to love it.
That's a fucking thumbnail. That's a thumbnail.
Yes, Lady Trian. For that child filled with anxiety.
That's a thumbnail. That is a thumbnail. Sorry.
Your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart. Even if for just a moment.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little. Now, you've grown so much. Maybe not as cute, but still just as kind.
Time spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness, you helped nurture it in me.
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep it up and stay strong.
I see Trian in the back and Anaxa.
See you, Snowy.
Goodbye, Lady Trian.
I heard what you said. Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but sleight of hand?
Not at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without those techniques you taught me, the Flame Chase journey might not have survived.
Good thing your head's still clear.
Oh wait, they're
Chrysos
disappearing.
Heir of Kefali. I
Trian
had no
disappeared on
idea
the
you
back.
had it in you while I was drilling those formulas in your head in class.
Who could have
My
thought,
head's
Professor?
currently blocking.
By
my
the
head
way,
was
I've
blocking
completely
Trian,
forgotten
but
those
she was back
formulas
there
now.
and she disappeared.
Some things never change. In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
I'll be waiting. Goodbye, Professor Anaxa. Miss Castros? Aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you have always been so approachable. Ever since we first met, you've seen me as a friend. It was the first time I understood what everyday friendship was like. But that's dangerous.
Dangerous.
Laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am. And for someone with my kind of power, that's a real hazard.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Sorry, I forgot to consider your perspective.
Please, no apologies. Despite everything, thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gastros. Aglaya.
Remember, Finan, after completing the flame chase, leave the decision to initiate the miracle of Genesis to the Amphorians. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind. The difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant is a fine line.
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late. Anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else? Even in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaya. You saved me.
Maybe what I wanted to save wasn't you, child, but this crumbling world. Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
This is a better thumbnail. Okay. I'm gonna use this for next stream.
Did you forget me?
Oh?
Forget you. Like I'd ever. We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos. Let's not make this a tearful farewell.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable.
I haven't heard Mighty in a while.
I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then. Deliver.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword? It's a masterpiece freshly forged by Cartonis.
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan. See you around. Finan of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mightymouse.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey.
Who's that?
And it's still not over yet, is it?
Oh, is this a chick from Mighty's
Yes.
Olivia?
Cyrene.
Yeah, there it is.
I was right. In the end, you did become the deliverer in this story.
Yeah, this is a better thumbnail.
A lot has changed while you were away. I've met so many people, tried so many things. I've found new resolve. And I've let go of some attachments. I'm not the same person I used to be.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Finan.
That was fucking good. Days later at Dawn Cloud.
Dawn Cloud. This place holds so many different kinds of memories.
I need to use the bathroom. I will be back. Okay, how much longer we got? 18 minutes.
I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from here. All the way down the mountain. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cyphra, you... Seamstress. Tell me, Does Akama have any treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, our shop has seen?
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawn Cloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Gold Weaver, cannot witness its glamour.
Gem of all worlds. Nice! Got it! Well, please keep looking after the shop while I...
Let me guess, Cypherer. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawn Cloud to steal that gem, aren't you? And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
That's just why she's the thief. Okay, I get it.
Look, seamstress.
Oh, basically a Robin
Are
Hood.
you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face, plain as day. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cypher?
I do.
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power. You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person, or even what people call a hero. But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceelins! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treeby! The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects. But I still want to be worthy of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream. Right?
I know, Cypher. I know. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be even worse than everyone else's. You are fated to walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey. But you have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way.
I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery, even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglaya. I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful, and that everyone is simple and kind.
If only I could get everyone to believe that. Would that lie become reality?
If enough people believed in it, even though it's a lie.
Lies will always be lies, Cypher.
But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Huh. Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad, I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot.
You waited all this time to tell me.
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself. After she passed away.
None of your business. Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase, and the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one. But they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kynus, the leader of the Cleaners.
Ah, I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the Council Theater, would be the opposition's final trump card against the Chrysos heirs. We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cypher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cypher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind, but they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders' secret arts.
Ha! Sacred art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with a flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses in shambles.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable. Please be careful.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
Oh, we're switching to Hyacinth? Meanwhile, in the Grove of Epiphany.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that might make me sad. But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all. I know, little Ika. I know. I too miss the days when we all studied together. But we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People, You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the grove deserves some reminiscence.
The silence at dawn. Alright, is there anything that we need to do, or? There is. Let's do a pure fiction.
Would you like to hear a story? I've got many more stories.
Oh, looks good enough to me. Let's see how this goes.
I wonder what that is.
Incense ascent.
Not yet time.
Firefly Type 4.
This is gonna go horrifically, but it's worth a shot, yeah?
Eternal. Share good fortunes.
Until everything burns to ashes!
We haven't used Firefly in eons.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Yeah. Everything in this world is bleeding. Recalibrating.
Let us dance once more.
You're a stubborn one.
Clouds scattered.
Get it together. Fight to live!
Ah, this feels boring. Let's see how this goes. Wait a minute, I don't even use Firefly
Everything in
anymore. What
this
am I doing?
world is bleeding.
Recalibrating.
Dream vanished.
Set the seas ablaze.
Should have bought Rappa, honestly. Rappa would have been able to take for these lizards like nobody's work.
Attack detected.
Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes. Unite our goals.
I gotta take it back. Maybe Firefly is more goated than I thought.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Set the seas ablaze.
Clouds scattered. Let us dance once more.
Yeah.
Everything in this world is bleeding. Eternal.
Fight to live. Attack detected.
Dream vanished.
Oh, that was it? Oh.
Please stay tuned.
Watch this magic trick.
Not sure if having two eruditions on the same team was a good idea, but we're gonna find out.
Let's improvise. Let the show begin.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Time for a lesson.
Well, we're definitely going at a faster rate than the other
For
one.
me or you.
Garbage can didn't even stand a chance.
Let the show begin.
Self-inflicted misery.
Insanity.
Ow.
Dreams do come true.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Who's the little backstabber? There's no backing out now. For me or you.
Let the show begin.
It ain't over.
Self-inflicted misery.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Who's the little backstabber?
Let's improvise. Still the same way. Let the show begin.
I always deliver. There's no backing out now. For me or you.
Insanity.
Self-inflicted misery.
To the soul.
Who's the little backstabber?
for a lesson.
To the soul. With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Bending the rules. Let the show begin!
There's no backing out now, for me or you.
It doesn't matter if I don't kill him all during this because I'm gonna win regardless. I got my bag. Oh, Ratio would have a field day with this, with the main enemy. There we go, we won! Yay, we did it! We did it! We're goated, we're correct! Oh my god, good heavens! Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Okay. Actually, let's not do that yet. Let's swap to just chatting. Fuck off, OneDrive. Give me a second. Okay. Well, that's it. Thank you all for stopping by and watching, and I'll be sure to let's see you guys on Monday or Sunday, depending on how I'm feeling, as usual. And yeah, thank you all for stopping by and watching, and I'll be sure to see you guys soon. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.